welcome back to my channel. I have decided to start to do a 1990s horror marathon, basically. It's an absolute deep dive into all things 90s horror. And I'm going to start each episode. I'm going to bring you one movie from every year, starting at 1990 all the way to 1999, and just knock off one movie per episode. So 10, like you'll be getting a 1990 all the way to 99 every episode, so 10 movies an episode. And I kind of started at some of my favorites, and I'm just going to work my way through. And by the time I finish this entire thing, it should be like basically a reference guide for everything you can buy and own physical media from 90s horror. That's kind of what I thought it would be. I also had a craving to actually go through. Sorry if you can see sweat all over my head. It's freaking like 50 degrees in here today. It's brutal. Yeah, I wanted to go through and just watch everything 90s horror and all the ones I haven't seen. But this first episode is going to be 10 that I have seen. Quite a bit, actually, because I chose big ones for each year to open up. And I'm going to try and keep these episodes pretty short. Just, like I said, quick little reference guides. Thought it'd be fun to deep dive into 90s horror. It's, in my opinion, this is such a hard decade for me. Because on one hand, you have, in my opinion, some of the biggest horror movies of all time. Like, there's a lot of really top-notch horror movies to come out of the 90s. But it's not very deep of a decade. Like, you get 10, 20 in for each year, and you're into sequel, like number 5 and 6 in franchises and stuff. There isn't. I'll without further ado, I will just show you the first 10 that I picked. I won't ramble. Like I said, I want to keep my episodes somewhat short, and hopefully you enjoy just seeing what I think are some of the best movies to come out of the 90s. And as my episodes go on, you'll start to see some of the much deeper movies I'm going to be going through my collection, each episode, and taking one from each year until I'm basically running out of movies. So I'm going to go through them all that I have. Eventually I might run out of a year, and then I'm only doing 9 in an episode or something. But see when I get there. So for 1990... there was quite a few to choose for 90, actually. It's a pretty big year. But I ended up going with what I think is possibly the best. I'm not 100% going to back that because there's some other pretty top-notch ones. But that is Tremors. I've shown this on my channel before. This box set. Nice box set. Here's the crazy part. When I bought this off somebody, I bought it off of Facebook Marketplace. And they sold it to as the limited edition 4K collector set. That's what I thought I was getting. And instead, they lied, and it's only the Blu-ray. So this is the Blu-ray limited edition. And because it comes in a black case, it tricked you. Even I didn't even realize. But it comes with the bonus disc and just the movie on the Blu-ray. It comes with your cards here. I didn't even notice that this was just the Blu-ray collector set until a few months ago. And I bought this a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, or whenever it came out. So I thought, I just didn't even think of it because of this black case. I'm like, when it sits in your shelf, it looks like a 4K case, right? Doesn't even say Blu-ray on it or anywhere, so. But, with that said, I just rewatched it, and it looks and sounds great on here. So, I'm okay with it. I'm happy. I'll keep it. Shit tons of special features. I'm guessing the 4K set comes with all the same. Um, yeah, insane amount of special features. Tons. And then you get your poster. You got your classic art. You got your new art. I've shown that before in my episode. I'm not going to show off everything too deeply. Unless it's something like new and fresh. Super thick book. Like that. This book is a beast. I actually read this one too. There's lots of great stuff in here. It's worth it. This is a very worth it, highly recommended box. I give Tremors a 4.5 out of 5. To me, it's like I absolutely love this movie, but my 5s are I only give 5s to my favorite movies of all time, and not just that, but they also have to excel in every category on top of that to get a 5 from me. So this is a 4.5 because it does have a couple weak spots that doesn't feel like it belongs in the same category as some other 5s. It's really hard for me when I'm ranking movies. It's just like, if I really like it a lot, it's just everything gets a 5. I don't know. I call myself critic after dark, so I gotta be somewhat critical when it comes to movies. I can't just be like, everything's a 5, I love it. But Tremors, phenomenal shit. Absolutely love it. I think it's one of the best creatures ever created, creature designs. Kevin Bacon's awesome. Fred Ward's awesome. Michael Gross is awesome. You got Reba McEntire in here. You got Pat Morita. Is it Pat Morita? A guy from Karate Kid. I think it's Pat Morita. I might be wrong on that name, but awesome cast. I've told this story before on my friend Brennan and Sam's channel, Our Life in Horror, but like this movie created playground games when I was in public school, where me and all my friends used to play games where you couldn't get off the equipment. You couldn't touch the ground because tremors were going to get you and stuff. I don't even remember how it went, but all I remember is playing that. But Tremors is my first pick for 1990. I think it's excellent choice. I'm not going to go into high detail on all these. I'm just going to move through and keep these episodes like under a half hour. And show off everything. For 1991, I went with what I think is possibly the best horror movie of the 90s, and that is The Silence of the Lambs. I only have this on Blu-ray. It comes with, or it came out on 4K. I believe Kino Lorber put it out on 4K. Absolutely phenomenal movie. I've seen this so many times, and I just watched it again this afternoon, actually. And this is a 5 for me. See, this is what I mean by, like, my favorite movies of all time, plus excels in every category. Like, the acting here is phenomenal, off the charts. The tension building is heart-racing at moments. The story, the writing and the story is absolutely excellent. I just think everything is phenomenal about this. It's a perfect film. And not to get too critical. I'm not going to be douchebag critical. Is that still a word, douchebag? I'm allowed to say that? But Hannibal Lecter, Anthony Hopkins, just fucking stealing the show in this. I say that, but at the same time, Jodie Foster's phenomenal. Buffalo Bill is awesome. The scene, like every scene that Buffalo Bill's in, is so memorable. Like, I just can't believe how great it is. I'm not going to go into great detail. Everyone's seen Silence of the Lambs. If you haven't, put it at the top of your list. It's one of the greatest. It's in my top 100 films of all time, not just horror movies. It's excellent shit. Can't get much better. Sequels, not so much. The sequels, this is one franchise I'm glad there is sequels because it's more adding to awesome universe. But when it comes to like a flawless, perfect film like this movie, I don't think sequels are ever going to be able to live up to it because it's so perfect that it's hard to capture magic in a bottle twice. Lightning in a bottle twice. So that's my 91, my first pick for 1991, Silence of the Lambs. My first pick for 1992 is a 4.5 again from me. This is Candyman. I just have the regular Scream Factory Blu-ray here, but this has come out on 4K as well. I probably need to upgrade all these to 4K eventually, but they look so good already. Like, it's hard. The collector in me wants everything in the best quality there is, but at the same time, like, these movies look good. They look solid. They're watchable like this. If it was some shitty DVD, not even like, not all DVDs are shitty quality, but a lot are. And if it was that bad, then obviously I'm getting the 4K upgrade. But the Blu-ray's fine. Sounds good on my stereo. It freaking looks awesome. But yeah, Candyman. 4.5 from me out of 5. Tony Todd, it's his performance. In my opinion, excellent. 5 out of 5 in the acting department. Tony Todd is phenomenal in this role. And so is, what's her name here? Jeez, blanking hard. I usually know this girl's name. I can't believe it. Virginia Madsen. She's also awesome. Like, she's just always in a state of, like, emotional distress. I love the mythological building of the character, like a fairy tale come to life kind of thing. Like, I love that aspect. There isn't a whole lot of movies of this quality that use that style of storytelling, where it's just like mythological being that comes to life. It's cool. He stands alone as a unique slasher for that reason. He isn't just somebody with a big weapon whacking people. He's deeper than that. And I like it. Candyman, it's also telling excellent storyline, obviously. It's deep. It's got lots of elements that suck me in. And everything. Beautiful imagery. To me, this is really damn close to that 5. It's hard. It's hard because I didn't watch this when I was really young. This is one I watched for the first time when I was in like my 20s. And I didn't build like this huge love. I grew up being obsessed with Freddy and Jason and Michael Myers. Candyman kind of fell to the side. And it probably doesn't help that this one is a lot deeper than those movies. Like, it takes some thinking and world building and stuff. And when you're young, I don't know. It's easier. I'm dumb. When I was young, I'm stupid. I'll just straight up say it. Like most of us. I don't know. As you get older, you start to realize, like, your taste starts to change and you start to be more critical of things once you've seen freaking thousands of movies. And Yeah, I'm just rambling now. But that's my my number one pick from 1992. You got Candyman. Must own, must have. Next up, this one is a bit of a cheat because a lot of people don't consider this a horror movie from 1993. And I personally do. I'll just say it first and then I'll explain my reasoning. And that is Jurassic Park. This is from my 4K book here. It's the very first one. You got Jurassic Park. This is a horror movie. I've had this argument before with a lot of people. It's just an action adventure. I'm like, it's not. It's not Indiana Jones. It's not an action adventure. This is big creatures trying to kill people. Like, just because it's not super bloody and gory doesn't mean it's not horror to me. Like, a lot of creature features, shark movies, alligator movies. If dinosaur movies aren't horror, then neither are alligator movies, and neither are shark movies, and neither are any other animal. Dogs, wolves, rats, spiders. All these movies are kind of the same. Jurassic Park, perfect 5 out of 5. This is a movie that's blown my mind. I seen this in the theater in 93. I was 8 years old. And I was in love with it. Dinosaurs. Like I remember doing school projects in public school when I was that age. And loving dinosaurs, being obsessed with them. So seeing dinosaurs come to life this realistic was an absolute game changer. Spielberg is a game changer. Possibly the greatest director to ever live, in my opinion. Like, the guy, just between this and Jaws alone, it's like game-changing movies. I don't need to go into great detail on Jurassic Park. Everything's awesome. Just great fun. It is it's a family movie, it's a horror movie, it's an action movie, it's an adventure movie. It's everything. It's Spielberg. So that's my pick for 1993. My 1994 pick comes from John Carpenter. Now, this was a tough year. There was a few to choose from, but I went with In the Mouth of Madness as my first pick. Cool movie. This one drops down to a 3.5 from me, though, upon this viewing. I think I used to have this at like a 4, but I watched it last night and I think it deserves a 3.5 from me for my personal taste. But this one's all about the storytelling, cool creatures, and mostly just it feels like an H.P. Lovecraft movie. Is it? I don't think it's based on H.P. Lovecraft. I'm pretty sure it's just. Oh, sorry. Inspired by the tales of H.P. Lovecraft. Alright. So, John Carpenter just making his own story based on Lovecraft tales. And it feels it. Anyone that hasn't seen it, obviously pick it up. Scream Factory Blu-ray's pretty cheap. I think this has got a 4K, I'm not sure. But, yet again, you got John Glover, Charlton Heston in here. Solid cast. But Sam Neill's the star here. He's selling this whole movie. But it's just about a writer, kind of like a Stephen King. And his books are so popular in the world that it's kind of just asking the question of whether or not you take storytelling as reality, and it blends that, and everyone in the world is so obsessed with the books that it's like they can't tell the difference between the books and reality, and it's playing on that. Great stuff. Awesome storytelling. Got a little bit of Groundhog Day feel here, driving into the town. I'll just leave it at that. Said I want to keep these short, and I keep rambling. So yeah, my 1994 pick, In the Mouth of Madness, from John Carpenter. Coming up from 1995, another one that was hard to pick one. And I really felt like watching this, because I just picked up this Blu-ray. And that's Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. I think this is another one of my friend Brendan's favorite movies. I did watch this when I was young. It's got the classic art on the inside as well. The stuff that's more recognizable there. Your classic art. Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. Just the Crypt Keeper alone in the opening song, I'm sold. Like, the movie's already sitting at a 4. That's what I gave it as well, a 4. Because it does have a couple moments that they fall a little flat for me. Couple of the comedic moments. I'm just like, not laughing. It's kind of silly. But some people would probably love it. But Jada Pinkett here, doing an excellent job. William Sadler's awesome. And then the star of the show is obviously Billy Zane. Just phenomenal. Iconic performance. I love the look of the demons, with the freaking piercings all over them. It's just good. It's just good, fun stuff. Opening with Crypt Keeper story, ending with the Crypt Keeper story. Excellent stuff. Had to pick Demon Knight. Make sure you own Demon Knight. I don't know if this one got a 4K. Not sure. I don't think so. And then for 1996, I think it's obvious what I would go with first for 96. And that's what I think is one of the greatest slasher movies of all time, and that's Scream. I only have the Blu-ray. I haven't upgraded to the 4K yet. I do need to, though, because the Blu-ray looks pretty bad. It's not... Looks more like a DVD copy. But what can you say about Scream that hasn't already been said? Wes Craven changing the slasher game again. Did it in the 80s with Freddy, and now in the 90s, where, to be honest, before 96, slashers are like dead. Like, just dead in the water. Hardly anything. And then Scream comes along and just reinvents the entire genre and creates... Like, here's the thing. This is a 5 out of 5 from me, because I've seen it like 1,000 times, and I absolutely love it. But it's cheesy as fuck. Like, there is a lot of lines in here that make it critically shitty, I guess you can say. But at the same time, it does exactly what it needs to do. Opening kill scene, one of the best of all time. One of the best openings in movie history. Creates all the, like, calls out all the tropes and horror and stuff. Like, don't need to go into detail. Obviously, Scream is my first pick for 1996. I'm guessing it would be most people's. 1997. Now, this one's a controversial first pick for me. But 97 is a bit of a weak year. When I say a bit of a weak year, it's a really fucking weak year for horror. And I had to go with one that I gave a 3.5 to. But I shit on this movie a lot. And I think I shit on it a little too much when I'm talking, but it's usually just with my friends. Sean from Sean's Horror Corner, and Brendan and Sam from Our Life in Horror. And because Sean absolutely loves this movie. And that's I Know What You Did Last Summer. I had this at a 2.5. And upon this viewing, I put it up to a 3.5 because I think it's better than a 2.5. I think I was being a little harsh. I think Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. are fucking terrible actors and actresses. I think that this is what it feels like, because Ryan Phillippe and Sarah Michelle Gellar are excellent in this movie. And I think that when I'm watching it, it feels like Sarah Michelle Gellar and Ryan Phillippe are acting in an A movie. They're acting in a studio blockbuster that they're planning on starting their career and taking off. And they're giving it their all. While the other two feel like I'm watching like a C-list movie or a D-list movie even. Especially Freddie Prinze. He's fucking brutal. And that's the problem I've always struggled with these, is that those two throw me off. It feels like I'm watching some straight-to-DVD movie with them. So, but you got the Fisherman Killer. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's excellent. I love him as a killer. I love the look. I think the storyline's decent as well, obviously. It sparked the whole Scary Movie franchise, practically. But, yeah, 3.5. I won't go into great detail. 4K looks phenomenal. One quick story I'll say is that I watched the special features, and the guy that plays the killer here, what's his name? What the heck was his name? They don't have it on the back of the case. Damn it. But anyways, the guy that plays the killer told an awesome story that I thought was funny on the special features. And that's when when this movie came out, he took his wife to go see it. Not at a premiere, just at a regular movie theater. And he said that there was a bunch of teenagers in front of him. And they were being really loud the whole movie. And it was irritating him. But he did something funny instead. And that was right at a moment where it's revealing his face in the movie. And that he's a killer. So nearing the end, he called them out and stood up behind them and told them to shut up, like, really deeply and manly, so they would turn around and look at him, and it's the killer in the movie. Which, I love that. That is phenomenal. Like, just imagine being in a movie and they're revealing the killer's face, and the guy behind you tells you to shut the hell up, and you turn around and it's the same guy as you're watching on the screen you didn't even know. That's phenomenal shit. I love that story. That story alone puts it at a 3.5. Alright, 2 left. 1998 and 99. What were my picks for that? For 98, I went with Robert Rodriguez film. This just got a 4K, but I'm fine with this Blu-ray. It looks solid. And that is The Faculty. This is solid. Like, I've loved this movie since I was a teenager. So I don't know if it's a bit nostalgic. I'm not sure how the horror community thinks of The Faculty. Like, I've never really seen a whole lot of people talk about it. But I think it's excellent. Like, I think the creature design here is awesome. I know it's just another telling of Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but I think this puts enough spin on it, and everybody does their jobs perfectly, that it feels fresh. Robert Patrick, phenomenal. Just a stellar cast. Everyone in this movie is famous people, but they weren't at the time. And yeah, high school, alien invasion. It's Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but in a high school setting. Doesn't get much better than that. I think I gave Faculty a 4.5 again. 4 to 4.5, I'm pretty sure, on Letterboxd. And I think that's where it will probably stay forever. I've seen this enough times that it doesn't need to be. I don't think I'll ever adjust that score. I think that's where it's going to stay. And my last pick for the first episode, 1999. We have another 5-star from me. Just watched this again today as well, and my God, is it ever good? And that's The Sixth Sense. Like, geez, anybody that says that this movie is only a one and done because you find out the big twist, it's not actually true. I used to think that too. Like, this isn't one that you go back to because you already know the twist. But it's so solid. The road to get to the twist is just, it sucks me in. Should suck everybody in. It's so good. M. Night Shyamalan. He delivers an absolute masterpiece. I'm pretty sure this is his debut feature film. I think he made a couple shorts before this, but this is his debut feature. And yeah, he comes right out the gate with an absolute stellar masterpiece. Haley Joel Osment definitely should have got the Oscar that year for best performance, because his acting is phenomenal. Like, I can feel his pain in his eyes. Like, he's pulling off a phenomenal performance. Bruce Willis, solid as always. Toni Collette, always great. Great again in this. There's the scene in the final act where he finally opens up to her, where her son opens up to her and tells her what he actually goes through. Their dynamic there at the end, tears rolling down my face every single time I've seen it. Just excellent shit. The Sixth Sense is an absolute must-own, must-have in everybody's collection, as is this entire first episode. I think these are all absolute must-owns. And anybody that is starting a collection, wants to start somewhere, I really think that if you're going into 90s, these first 10 here, you want one from every year, this is a good starting point. In my next episode, I'll bring you another 10, one from each year, and I'm just going to keep going. I think it'll be fun to just go through the entire decade and knock it off. And it's a doable decade, because it's not very deep, in my opinion. Some people might argue, but I don't think it's a very deep decade. I think if I get through 10 episodes and hit 100 movies, I'll be pushing the limits on some of those years. So, thank you for checking this one out, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I will bring you my next episode in a couple days, because I'm only doing 10 movies, so I can watch those pretty quickly. So thank you, and I'll see you on the next one.